Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. Sending you lots of love right now. And I just wanted to bring through a message about the fine line between focusing on truth and your path and your purpose, and focusing on having to go through the motions and the material. So these two things, basically being in a flow with your divine purpose and then being on this planet dealing with the physical, they both need to be there, but it's really important to distinguish the difference and to know how to disassociate from the physical without completely being in denial of it. A lot of people can be in one extreme or the other. So some people can be really up in the air, completely ungrounded, disconnected from the physical world, because it's too difficult, too painful. And it's common because being on this physical planet, especially when there's literally a war going on, can be traumatizing, and a lot of humans right now don't want to be here, and that's completely understandable. So when you are choosing to be here, we've all chosen to be here, it's really coming to the understanding that it is part of your spiritual learning as well. And it's like being on this planet, you can be here without being drained and completely sucked into the illusion, because it all is an illusion. It's like we're playing a game, like a board game or something, right? And we know that the board game isn't real. It's like all made up, and it's full of these challenges that is going to, push us to grow in a certain direction. But if you forget that and you start to get attached, it's because you are it's like you're forgetting that the illusion, it's like created in order for us to grow as a soul. So you don't want to be too attached to it, but you don't want to be too disconnected from it either, because then you're in denial of the fact that you are in this physical form here to learn. So me personally, like, I'm struggling with this because I'm fully aware that, like, everything that I'm going through personally, like all the griefs and disturbances and losses and disappointments and all that, like, a lot of it, I get so attached to it and I forget who I am. And I also struggle with all the made up stuff, like human man-made things like money and work, and the fact that we have to even do anything out of our own will. Like, how do I put it? We shouldn't have to work and worry about money. This is a slave system, right? And for me, I'm like the black sheep of my family, because pretty much that's how my family is basically work, and die. That's it. And I don't believe that's what life is about. But that's when I have to remember that there is a divine purpose for being thrown into this kind of illusion. And it's to challenge me to overpower it and realize my truth on this planet. And it's definitely not to be a slave to this made-up system. It's a slave system. For me, it's definitely a challenge to break out of it. And when I'm so disconnected from it, when I know that, like, I shouldn't have to be, like, struggling just to find my way, it's really hard for me to want to be part of it at all. So to some people who look out, like from the outside, they look in on me, they might think, wow, she's really just, she's not really doing much. And to be quite honest, what I'm doing is I'm sitting and opening myself to the opportunities to present, because I don't feel like I need to go chasing everything. I don't think that's the way to go. And I see a lot of people do that, and it's like they're so such workaholics, they don't even know who they are anymore. And what I'm saying is, it's not absolutely necessary to be chasing down everything in order to survive. There is a flow and an openness that you can have. And I've seen it over and over and over again in my life, where people show up and different things present themselves, and then it allows me to move in that direction so that I can continue flowing forward versus pushing forward. Do you know what I mean? There's a huge difference. And I really feel like a lot more people need to realize the illusion that we're in, this man-made illusion. Like when I come and sit near the water in nature, I'm like, this is real. This is God. This is what life is. It's all about this connectedness, because we are all connected. But when I go on my computer and I do this work I don't want to do, and it's not reality to me. But it's like I am able sometimes to watch myself doing it. Like I'm on the outside and I'm like watching myself do this illusion work. And that's it, even watching a movie or watching a television show, which for me is just, I don't even want to do it. But lately it's like my consciousness has been sucked into these paths, and I'm accepting it. I'm allowing it for now, because I know maybe that's where I need to be right now. But I'm also watching myself watching these things. I know it's not who I am. So one thing that does definitely help is not being hard on yourself. Like if you are in this illusion attached to all these things, trying to make money, if you can genuinely do it in a place of compassion for yourself, and then know that you just need to do this for the time being, it's much easier to flow in a different direction if you're not forcing yourself and not being hard on yourself for doing that. So that's what I wanted to bring forward today. And so just remember to have a fine balance between the fact that we are physical here on this planet, and we need to be part of it and be grounded and know that it's a game, but to not get too attached, and remember that you are also an infinite being, and this is not the only life, and this is just part of our experience. We have a whole other experience that is beyond this physical world. And the more you come into that acceptance of where you're at, the easier it is to flow into more truth versus getting so frustrated of why we're here and struggling this much in this system. It is just a system. It's just an illusion. And some people don't realize a lot of the time why they feel so out of place. It's because it's not our actual final destination. It's not our real home. Humans are multidimensional beings. So when you feel like you don't belong here, there's a completely valid reason for that. It's because it's just a stop, and we're gonna move on to home and you know, our soul group and our, like, there is a lot more than just what's here. However, we do meet a lot of our soul family while we're here. So there's a lot of explanations for why a lot of people don't feel, you know, they belong here. Why a lot of people feel like they just know someone, like they've met them before, like they've known them their whole lives, because you have. Because you have. And this is just, we're in a costume right now. And you have to remember that. It's a costume you're wearing because we chose to be here. There's an awakening going on right now. There's an ascension of the planet going on right now. And we are, a lot of us are here in order to assist that. And it's the ones who are the most affected energetically by what's going on. You're the ones that are here for that, is to help the ascension. So yeah, so that's it. I think I just wanted to bring that forward, just remembering the fine line between the illusion and the truth, and being part of both, but not attached too much to either of them, really. Because then you're way too up in the air, or you're way too stressed out and drama. You don't want that, okay? Lots of love to all of you. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.